All right, man, look. We live, man. Me and Uncle Steve both. But the people don't know. The people don't know. So, we start with your background, man. What's your name? What's your name?
Steve Tucker, you told him.
All right, then. Well, it might not sound legit if it ain't coming from you. Well, where you from? Huh?
Man, everywhere.
Where was you born? When you first came, where was you at?
Nashville, Tennessee.
Uh-huh. Oh, so what hospital was you born in?
General.
Damn, General. Oh, I was born in Baptist. Yeah,
it ain't even where it was then.
Dang, so they done moved General Hospital?
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
That ain't even where it was now.
I thought it was there forever. See, you learn something every day.
No.
Damn, look, you done blew me that quick. General Hospital. Okay. So when did you go from Nashville to Mississippi?
Well, my mama died. She died in 78.
78.
Yep.
So you was, like 2?
A year, almost 2.
Dang, okay. So you was a little baby then. Dang.
Yeah.
And so what, was it just y'all and granddaddy moved down there? How?
Nah, I moved down there with his mom and daddy.
So it wasn't everybody, it was just you?
Nah, me, your mama, Ronald and Donald.
That's what I thought. That's what I'm just verifying, man. I gotta, verify. This ain't no ancestry.com or nothing. I'm just trying to figure it out. Dang. So you go from there to there. And how long was you in Mississippi?
Man, back and forth till I was about 12 years old.
Okay, so your granddaddy stayed down there the whole time, or was he going back and
he
forth?
stayed in Nashville the whole time. But he was coming to visit us, though, And when he travels, sometimes we come back and chill with him and then go back to Mississippi.
Ain't bad. So, how'd you like it with Granny? With your Granny?
Man, it was cool. Wasn't nothing to do down there.
I done been a few times. It wasn't nothing
to do down there. We was cutting down trees and shit for fun, sitting in the woods on fire all day. Building go-karts out of nothing. Just nothing to do down there.
Being creative.
Yeah.
And you made it out. So what made you leave Mississippi?
Man, shit, just came up here for opportunities, I guess, and women. Girls, then.
Yeah. You got out of the mud and came back up here.
Yeah.
So when you came back to Nashville, where was you staying?
Man, what was I staying? I was staying with my dad we lived out west on Clifton.
Out west, Clifton.
Yeah.
That old house on the hill?
On the bottom of the hill.
So he had 2 houses on the same street.
Sort of.
God. He almost bought the neighborhood then.
He had 2 women. Well, he left one and went to the one up the hill.
Oh,
He was on the bottom of the hill first and walked across the street, went up the hill.
That's an old player right there. Yeah, there's too many Wi-Fi's and cameras and stuff get you caught up now.
Man.
He was just doing it.
Yeah, he didn't give a damn.
So when did he get remarried?
Man, I don't know. Hell, he done been remarried twice since my mama.
I'm saying after your mama, do you know when he got remarried?
Hell, I don't know.
he probably don't remember at this point then.
He was young, like 19. He probably was about 20, 21 or something like that.
So do you remember him getting remarried?
No, I wasn't. I was in Mississippi.
Oh, so you came already remarried.
Hell, I don't know. Hell, I was about a year or 2 old, probably 3, so I ain't keep up with that.
I'm just asking, man. I'm just asking you how you moved.
Yeah, I didn't keep up with it, so I didn't even worry about it.
Okay, so when you moved out west, out Clifton, what school you going to? Was that Bass?
Yeah, I went to Bass. Then I moved around with my auntie and grandmama. Went to Weiss Creek and Hillwood and Jolton, all over the place.
Man, yeah. So you've been everywhere. What high school you graduate from?
Man, I graduated from high school in Cleveland, Tennessee, because I was in the group home. You didn't know that.
I mean, I knew something about the group home. Okay, so let's talk about the group home. How was that?
Man, it was all boys in there. I mean,
oh yeah, that's a
but the girls went to the high school, so they used to sneak down there and chill with our ass.
Okay.
Going across the street, bring cigarettes, and we selling them like we in jail and shit.
Sure. I mean, you made it.
Yeah,
How long was you in Cleveland?
Man, about a year.
Ain't too bad. Kind of like Mississippi down there, ain't it?
No, Cleveland a little more wide open. You know, we had them white bitches. You know, they doing everything for us.
Okay. So after you graduate, did you have any plans of what you wanted your next step to be?
Man, I had two plans. I played football in Cleveland State in Ohio, and then I was gonna go to the Air Force, and neither one of them panned out the way I wanted to. So I came home, got into crime, got caught, committed some robberies, and went to prison. Hey, that's just how it goes. And I got out, had kids, became a truck driver, and that's what it is.
So what made you go to the truck driving? Was it the kids, or was it anything specific that drove you there?
Got tired of working up under motherfuckers. You know, and then my dad, he was a truck driver, so he wasn't no person to just teaching no lessons. He'll just be like, boy, I done told you, and he see you make a mistake, he just let you watch. And he ain't one of them guys that teach you and tell you nothing. So he feel like you gonna do what you want to do anyway. Yeah. So I seen what he was doing. I just went on, decided, drive trucks. And it changed my life. I went from, this was 25 years ago. I went from making $300 a week, getting yelled at, about to beat somebody's ass at the job, to making $1,200, $1,300 a week overnight. So, that's a big change.
Shit, yeah.
Big change.
How many kids you have when you started driving?
I had 4, all 4.
Dang, already? I thought you...
No, hell no. I got them out the way early.
Oh, okay. So, what's your look back now that your kids are grown? What's your look back at your kids? Do you think, you felt like you was a good dad, a great dad, could have been better? What would you grade yourself?
I don't know. I always feel like I could have done better, but it's a learning experience. I'm a better granddad than I was a father because I was learning. I didn't know.
Right.
So we make mistakes. We all make mistakes.
Well, they all alive. They all healthy, man. You all right there. Granddaddy. Shoot, they when they need you.
When they won't. They won't shit.
Man, they know daddy gonna make a way, man. We gotta call daddy real quick.
Well, I don't know. I let them figure this shit out their own.
Try
to anyway. Because I can't carry them forever.
So would you do it all over again?
Yeah, I learned something from everything, even the bad shit that happened.
Well,
I'm a glass halfway full guy, not glass halfway empty. So I look at everything as a learning moment. I don't give a damn what happened. Hold no grudges on nobody.
Nah, man, you ever, everybody on the snitch. Don't you ever get snitched on? Get locked up, somebody snitched on you, nobody send you to jail?
No, I really didn't, I really didn't, statute of limitation over, but, I committed crime with your dad. Your dad was really my charge partner, but he never got caught. But we kept it to ourselves, and I got caught, and I kept it to myself, and never tell nobody. That's what, shit, me and your dad, man.
Back in the day.
Yeah, me and your dad was a nigga.
I was told y'all got into a fight before.
Yeah, man. Over some money, man.
Over some money.
Yeah, it really wasn't too much. It wasn't too much.
Yeah.
I felt like he jacked me for some bread, but I don't know.
Man, he speak highly of you, so he love you. He call you a brother.
Yeah,
yeah, he love you. Dang. So did it come to blows, or was it just shit talking?
No, he was pushing and throwing shit. I threw a TV at him and shit. I got to fight with all my brothers. So I got to fight all my brothers. They're just all part of growing up with, learning.
Right. Okay. Which brother did you fight with the most?
Man, hell, all of them.
You fighting everybody. Brothers, cousins, everybody getting it.
That's why when I was in school, I had them hands.
All right, what's your record looking back on fighting?
I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I try to laugh niggas out their game when they fight. You know, you laughing while you whooping somebody's ass, and they not thinking. They trying to do everything, and they all focused. You know, my jaw could be hurt like a motherfucker. I'm still laughing, making fun of them. It's just the way you do it.
Yeah, it didn't hurt.
Burn on the nigga while you fighting.
Yeah, it just brushed it off. Yeah.
So it ain't, man. You know, shit different now.
Okay, so when you was a kid, and you know, could you see yourself being a truck driver when you was a kid in Mississippi?
Hell no. You know how you go to school and shit, and they ask you what you want to be, and I always say some old off the top far ass shit.
Yeah.
I want to be an astronaut or some shit. You know, ain't no black astronauts.
Aim high. That's what man. Aim high.
But then you go home and then you see your parents and granddaddies and shit driving school buses and shit.
That's reality.
Yeah, that's reality. You know,
be a driver. I ain't flying no spaceship.
Do shit, you know. But you can though, and that's just the thing. We gotta teach our kids they can be anything, not to be limited on what I do. You know, live your dreams. And sometimes we as parents we hinder the kids because when they tell us their dreams, we be like, oh man, you better get a job and you better do this. Sometimes you need to let them just support them on whatever they want to do because they might end up being there.
So did you have the support when you was a kid? If somebody said, what you want to be? An astronaut? Did they laugh or did they say you can do it?
I never really told nobody. Some shit I said at school. I was just trying to get through school, get grown, hell. Because shit, you know, in out of group homes, in trouble, and family members not actually taking care of you like they supposed to because you know, made promises to your mom gone and they not doing what they supposed to do, you know, but they don't know me nothing, you know.
Yeah, just lesson learned.
Yeah. Shout out to my grandmother, Rose, and May R.I.P. She took care of me like we was kids. She was the best out of everybody I stayed with. She never never turn her back on us.
Always there.
Yeah, even when we left her, anytime you get into a fight, come on home. Mama, I don't want to come home. We 30 or something. Come on home. No, you know.
Yeah, it ain't done.
Up until she died, you know, she would want us to come on home. You know, no, we grown kids and shit. You know.
Oh, yeah, I remember the trip to Mississippi. Yeah, I remember it in that suburban, that blue bourbon.
Yeah, she treated us better than her kids. It seemed like, you know, we can tell her anything. She ready to fight for anybody. I done got her. She done went to school, but I ready to beat up all kind of teachers. I'm wrong. I don't like it. You gotta go home and lie on her. Mama, she hit me in the head with that ruler, and now I've got my arm is hurt. She coming up there in the station wagon, jumping out the car.
Ooh.
Car still running to the schoolhouse. Did you do that? I'm sitting there laughing to their face. Yeah, they did, mama.
They lying.
They got to the point, man, them teachers didn't even bother me no more. I ain't give a damn.
Yeah, she stood down for you.
That was my weapon of mass destruction. And she was only about 4'11".
And she going 10 toes.
Yeah. That's how she was about us.
Okay, so if there was anything you could tell her now, being your age, being grown, look like everything she did, what would you say?
Shit, I told her, Mom, I appreciate you. Without you, wouldn't be no us, you know. I told her that, but I told her all the time, you know.
A lot of people don't, man.
I told her all the bullshit I had. Sorry for all the bullshit I put in. All the lies I told her. I even told her what the lies I told and shit. She couldn't do nothing then. She just laughed about it. Like, boy, you thought you got over. Yeah, I just had to admit my guilt.
Okay, so
that's a limitation over with now.
Yeah. We can talk about it as long as it ain't murder. Well, you ain't buying NBC, so yeah, you know, they ain't gonna do you like Bill. He was fucking with the wrong monster.
Man, shit was crazy back then.
Well, you know, she always had you. She was always there for you.
Yep.
Dang. So do you think that she'd be proud of you?
Oh, hell yeah, she was proud of us then. Yeah.
Even bad lying like a motherfucker. Yeah. She proud.
Working at Miss Wonders. Cheating on my wife, and she still was proud of. She ain't never not been proud of me.
Oh, look, at least you gotta have somebody in your corner, man. You got to. Ain't nothing wrong with it. So, okay. How was the family life for you? The dad coming home to the kids, married, the old lady getting on your nerves. How was that?
Man, it was wild. The first time, it was wild. It was wild. You know, everybody cheating, everybody fighting, and you know, everybody just learning it as they go, winging it, don't know nothing.
Right.
Think they do, think they know everything, not want to listen, just want everything to be for them and not about the other person. Kids seen me grow up. It was all kind of shit going on left and right. You learning shit as you go, you know, especially if you ain't got nobody to show
you. So y'all grew up together. Who was older, you or her?
I was older.
How old was you when y'all got married?
Man, I think I was about 23.
Okay, yeah, you got kind of young. You married kind of young, ain't bad. How many kids you had by the time y'all was married?
We had all of them. All of them was born one time we was married, I think. I don't know. I think maybe, yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I was old enough to remember when the last one was born. I remember that.
Yeah. Mr. Bond House on the Hill.
Yeah, monsters. Everybody was wilding at Mr. Bond House on the Hill.
Yeah, that house gonna always be remembered. Everybody stayed there.
Well, so would you, out of all the siblings, what would you give yourself? Either the one to hold everybody together, the one looking out for everybody. What would you say? Was you just the one always out of the way?
What that bullshit? What was always this shit? But as I got old, I think I'm kind of like, you know,
mellowed out.
Yeah, the backbone kind of like, you know, I used to start trouble, get in shit, and always in some shit, some kind of way.
Man, well look, man, when you was in trouble, man, you call Uncle Buck, man. Yeah, you was like Ghostbusters in my house. Who you gonna call?
Like a penitentiary lawyer, you know. I give you the advice what I think gonna happen to you. Most time it be right. God, I've been through the system from a juvenile all the way up to an adult, you know. But I got through that system quick, moved around, tried to get my life together.
So what was it about prison that made you change? You know, a lot of people go back.
Man, it just I didn't want to go back. I just don't like nobody telling me what to do when I gotta piss and shit and eat. I don't like all that shit. You know, that's the only part about it. You know, I don't care for it. I'd rather be free. You know, that's all. Period.
Well, and how long was you in there?
Well, I was in there. I did about 18 months. It wasn't too bad.
You ain't have to up the knife on nobody?
Nah, hell no.
Yeah.
Prison ain't just like niggas be saying. You know, it's parts prisons like that, and it ain't what everybody be saying. You know, you mind your business and stick to yourself, man, and
stay out of it.
Yeah, do what you gotta do or whatever. You know, shit ain't what. Just all depend on where you go.
What they say, you gotta work the program. Don't let it work you.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you could give a message to somebody in prison off the knowledge you know, what would you tell them?
It ain't where you want to be. You know, you can go on that thing and do hard, but they gonna make you fit that system. They gonna make your ass submit. Not the niggas in there gonna make you submit. You know, I'm talking about just the system itself. You know, they give you just a little bit of shit you got, and that's all you got.
The bare minimum.
The bare minimum. You know.
Okay, so you know a lot of people, man. You know, back in the day, they used to blame the man, blame the system. Do you think that still applies today?
Somewhat. You know, really, I think it's more of a community outreach problem. You know, people mostly do what they see around them. So, you know, if you grow up and you see drug dealers and prostitutes in your whole life and you putting it in, you're going to feel like being a doctor or a lawyer is out of reach for you. If you don't find nobody around you that's in that circle. So it's all about, you know, the outreach and the people you got around you. And, you know, like just kind of like if you raise a damn cat with a pack of wolves, he eventually think he's a wolf. You know, it's just how it is. You know. So it's all about the community. Need to kind of, you know, we need to kind of figure things out in the community. You know.
Okay, now speaking of community, do you think, what's one of the biggest problems in the black community? Start there. What's, just from what you know and your experience?
Man, to be honest, man, the family's not staying together. That's it.
The families.
It's a respect issue, It's a respect issue coming from thinking like most of the single black women feel like they got to be hard and be a certain type of way all the time because they don't want to get ran over. And the man feel like support is everything for a man. Even when the man trying, and if his woman is not supporting him like she's supposed to, it's gonna make him feel less than. Regardless what he try, he ain't gonna try as hard. His support is everything for everybody. So I feel like that's some of the problems with the community we get.
Okay, where do you feel, what made the family start falling apart?
Man, I think it's the system itself. They made it easy for people in the black communities to not have to work, and they already know. Well, we can give you a place to stay for $30 a month, and we can give you this welfare and these food stamps. You don't even have to try. But the only problem is you can't have no man in here. You had this man in this house with you, even though he don't work or he not really making nothing. We putting you and the kids out, putting you in out. So they don't never want to give you no lift. Like if you're a young family and you starting out, and you got people living next door to you that's living rent free, getting food stamps, and why not get them people that's trying that lift? Give them the opportunity. Give them a 5 year. Let them say, look, you can stay in here. You, your husband, and your kids can stay in here for 5 years. Save all the money you got. And if you ain't did nothing in years, and you move around. Right. It's all about teaching people. Instead of giving them whatever, pay schooling, trade schooling or something. That's what I feel like. But ain't nobody gonna listen to me.
Okay. Do you think that a lot of, well, I guess how you say, majority black schools, do you think they prepare them children for the world?
Nah, man. They don't teach them finances or none of that. It just gets you throughout because teachers got to deal with a lot. And kids come to school. You never know what they're going through. One of the problems is a lot of kids get molested at home, or they see their mom getting abused, or their mom on drugs, and you got kids, the parents' mom ain't there, you got kids that's 10, 11 years old trying to feed the kids, and young boys going stealing food for the kids in the neighborhood, and they just have to grow up quicker than they need to. Instead of just being kids and focus on themselves, they worrying about the adult things,
Okay. And so do you think you did a good job, shielding your kids from the hardness of life?
I think I did
letting
too
them
much.
be kids?
I think I did too much for them. Because, you never had to do nothing. But I understand they want to be gangsters. They want to be hard and prove themselves. But, kind of like Ice Cube said, y'all grew up in the gated community. So they didn't grow up in gated community, but they didn't have to go through nothing like that. Because, they was at home, They didn't have to go through none of that stuff. They want to. And I guess that's part of want to be, the people you being around have to be, but you don't have to be.
Can families be fixed? Like broken families, can you bring them together? How would you do that?
I mean, everything can be fixed. Everything at some point, But I just feel like, the way it should be, before you have families, you need to try to get yourself together first, then have families, not the other way around, because your kids is watching you struggle, while you're trying to figure things out, and then that become normal to them,
The struggle.
Yeah, that makes them feel like that's okay, that's okay. That's the way life's supposed to be, when it really ain't the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, because the cycle of single parent homes is crazy right now.
Yeah.
They just, and I don't know, man, it's like parents co-signing that shit at some point.
Because it was normal for them. It became normal for them, you know. It's normal for them, and that's why they making their kids.
You could have a message for your little girl right now. Watch back then when she was small and innocent, and you talking to her right now. What could you tell her?
Man, I done told everything I could think of. But like they always tell me, you know, we gotta figure it out on our own. So I just sit by and let them figure it out on their own. That's what I do, you know. That's all I can do.
Get the bumps and bruises in there.
Yeah, get it out the way.
All right, so how long you driving?
25 years now.
25. So was you self-taught or did you go to school?
I went to school. You know?
Yeah, because I know back then, you could be self-taught and hit the road. As long as you passed the test and whatnot.
Well, that was longer than that ago. That was about 40 years ago.
So what was school like? What
truck driving school?
Yeah, did your trainer teach you anything that you remember to this day?
Yeah, man, they taught me a lot of stuff, man. That, you know, even stuff that cause my trainer, even after we finished backing and all that, he'll go sit in this, run his mouth for about an hour. Old dude, smoking a cigarette in a room full of people, room cloudy as hell, smoking. And he just talking and going and going and going. An old white dude. I wonder where he at now. He probably dead. He was old as hell then, you know.
25 years ago, man.
Yeah, so he was old as hell. And he just sitting there all day long and just talked about shit. Talk.
Dang. So when you first got out of school, you went straight over the road?
I was like, kind of like it. I went to food service. I was in a lot of shape, you know, running up them ramps.
Like Cisco, running them ramps.
Yeah, I was doing shit like that. You know, you had to work your ass off doing that. You wasn't just driving the truck. You was working.
Yeah, you had to unload it and all.
Yeah, you was on it.
Goodness gracious. Would you do it again?
Hell no. I flatbed now, throwing chains and shit just to get some exercise. But that shit, that was backbreaking. You done that shit. And I worked out then. I worked out too when I was at home, and that shit was a workout that you didn't really have to. Man, I wore New Balances. Man, I was going through New Balances once a month. Them New Balances up. Hell yeah, going up them ramps. Then I went to Pepsi. Then that shit was motherfucking too. I said, fuck all that, you know.
So what's your opinion on the trucking industry as it is now?
Man, I think a lot of the foreigners and the newcomers, they don't really got the respect for like it used to be. Trucking used to be a respectable profession. Now it's just anybody get in there, they don't respect each other, don't help each other, and it's just anybody in there, and it's all over the place. It's not making the money that it should be.
Did you see all that video of it was a white guy training and a black guy driving, and they arguing while they driving?
Yeah, it's a lot of that. You see, a lot of times now, you really don't even have to have that much experience to train somebody. You know, you can have a year experience, 8 months experience. And at a year, shit, I didn't know nothing my damn self. And I'm still learning shit now. But at that age, you know, now these companies, they let anybody put you in the truck and drive with you and train your shit, you know.
So it's more about how many drivers, not how many good drivers.
Yeah. Because if you in there for a while, you know, you don't want to be no trainer any damn way.
Yeah.
You don't want to deal with that because you're responsible for what your trainee do. And I had horror stories from that shit.
Are you been a trainer?
Yeah, I did that shit for about 3 weeks. I said, fuck that. You know, I had a little white dude I trained. He was cool, but I think he had a problem listening to a black guy teach him something. So everything I try to tell him, he's like, I know. So I one day was backing into a dock, and the trailer had air ride on it, and it was sitting high, and you know it had those little yellow pipes keep you from hitting the wall. So when he opened his doors and he backed into it. When he hit his trailer brakes, the trailer dropped down behind the yellow rails. So I said, when you get ready to pull out, I got it. He was just moving so quick, so I ain't even getting in the truck. I just stood back and walked. I knew it was finna happen. He pushed the brakes and they released. But it takes some time for the trailer to lift up to clear those those little bumper things keep running through the wall. So he was sitting behind there. So he get in, off. Boom, knocked both trailer doors off. Man, them trailer doors, I don't know what they weigh, but I'm sitting there looking. He's sitting there talking about, man, help me put these trailer doors in here. Help me. Put them for what? You done already knocked them off.
So he was trying to put them back in the
I don't know what he was trying to do. I don't know what he I'm sitting there, I said, man, you got it, man. You got it.
He done panicked.
Yeah, he done panicked, don't want to listen. You know, he just one of them guys that, oh, I know, I did this and I done that. Man, you ain't did shit, because a lot of the shit you doing, you don't know what you even doing. I'm watching you do shit that you don't even know what you're doing. Then they took him back, and I asked me what happened. They came out, paid somebody to put the doors back on. And then they asked me what happened. I told him, he don't want to listen. They fired his ass. And I took the next trainee out. So I was tired, and I took this guy out. So I told him we were going to North Carolina. And I told the guy, I was like, man, look, I'm going to take a nap. And follow you. Let me know when you get close to where you're going, because we got, you know, coordinates how to get there. So I was asleep back there, and I was too dumb not to know you don't sleep when the train is driving. Because I was just now becoming, like I said, I was a young driver. So I'm asleep, and I noticed this guy, I hear him up there, shit, fuck, damn. And he turning and slow. I'm like, what the hell going on? So he done missed his turn. And he done pulled up in this huge ass fucking church lot that they had just paved it. And it had cones sitting everywhere. So the people still had the machines out, and maybe they was on lunch. I don't know where they was at, but I didn't see nobody out there. So he trying to avoid all the cones, keep people, well, you know, to go around the cones, keep them go across the line. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I said, man, get the fuck out the way. I pulled him out the seat, and I jumped. He said, man, when I noticed while he was driving, I'm looking at his trailer tire just piling up the pavement. It was holes, they were just piling it up. So I got in there, I pulled up out of there, I got cones up under the trailer, I pulled. I got about 20. I'm shifting gears, flying down the road, trying to get the up out of there. He's like, man, look at them cones. I said, man, fuck them cones. That lot probably cost $500,000. And you done plowed this shit up. You better get the fuck out of here, man. Man, I was so damn scared, man, because I know he probably wouldn't have went to jail if they came out there and seen that shit.
Yeah. You ever get repercussions for that?
I don't know. I told him I ain't training no more. I went back. I said, I ain't training no more. It's too much. And I can't. You don't really get no sleep when you training. When you got new guys, you don't know. You know, now I understand training a guy who know how to drive, but not know, you know, the paperwork in the system. Right. But they was getting guys straight out of school. You know, they didn't really know how to drive that good. And you have to show them how to drive and all that. Oh, man, that wasn't for me.
Do you think 4 weeks in truck driving school is enough? It really ain't 4 weeks. It's like 3.5. Because I want to say that after your third solid week, that Monday into your 4th week, you take a test.
Man, you really gonna learn everything you gonna know about trucking when you on your own. When you out there on your own, the rules you need to do is don't get yourself in something you can't get out of. That's number one rule. That don't get yourself in nothing you can't get out of. And always going down the road, leave yourself. Look up the road so you see what traffic is doing. And always watch traffic around you. And make sure people see you. Don't just look at them, because if they don't look at you and you don't see them look at you, they might not even see you. People will hit you, let you hit them or whatever. Just always got to give yourself a way out. Always do that.
Okay, your 25 years of driving, you hit somebody?
No. I had one accident. I was sitting in a red light. Lady hit me. I ain't never hit nobody driving truck.
What she do? To blame you on it? Or
no, I was still in the way she could. It actually wasn't her fault. She was driving towards me. Car came off the interstate, came up and hit her, and her car went airborne, and she hit my car. I just turned my head. Hit my truck. I just turned my head. She was a foreign lady. She was foreign. She was crying, blood everywhere, talking to me, and I'm like, I don't understand, baby. She was fine as hell. But I'm like, I don't understand. Yeah. The dude caused the accident. He left for all of us. He called up for everybody. He caused the accident. They got his information. Let his ass go. She went in the ambulance, and I sit there about 6 hours. They had to come out and tow it. Tow the truck and then all kinds of shit. I had lawyers asking me the same questions over and over again for about a week straight. Tell me, what could you have to do to prevent the accident? Shit, called out today?
Yeah, stay at home. Stay at home.
Hell, I'm sitting at a red light, sitting still.
Yeah.
How the fuck can I avoid that? That's just what they do to truckers, They try to figure out a way
to get you.
Yeah. And then the insurance company called me and they fixed their truck and they settled out for me. My company mad at me because I settled out. Tell me, you ain't supposed to take that money. Why the fuck not? I'm the one in the accident. Y'all got y'all truck fixed. The fuck y'all want to? Y'all ain't gonna get no money off of it.
What? Yeah, the truck fixed. It ain't nothing else to do.
They gave me a quick little 15 racks, and I took that and I'm cool. I called out about 3 days later. They were like, "You took the money?" Yeah. He didn't even know I took it till I was talking about it. I shouldn't have told him about that, but hell, I told him. He's like, "Man, you ain't supposed to take that." I said, "The truck fixed? Yeah, they paid for it. Well, don't worry about what I get. Everything else had to do with me. I'm the one that was in the truck. I'm the one that was in the accident. So I feel like y'all got compensated."
Yeah. It didn't cost them.
It didn't cost them nothing. I the one that had to stay out there and catch a Uber and get a hotel and take a drug test and miss some days of work till the drug test came back.
Yo, how long ago was this?
Man, this was what? 14, 15?
Oh, okay. So this was quite a while ago. You was, 10 years in?
This when I was over there at Central Pike, over there at First Fleet.
I done heard about him. I done heard about him. And man, really, just about every company you hear horror stories about. What's a company you just stay away from?
Man, Venture Express. Man, look, every time I see them, post an ad on Facebook, I troll the hell out of it. I troll them, boy. They done tried to. I done blocked them. I told them, I said, every time I see a post on Facebook, I'm going in on them. I went, man, that's the worst company you could ever work for.
Had you ever worked for them?
Yeah, that's why.
So why you say that then?
Man, look. One day I had came back and I had rolled up a wheel, my hub seal. It was leaking. It was throwing shit everywhere. So I told the guy, the mechanic, look, it needs to be fixed. So by the time I came back, he hadn't fixed it. And they kept telling me, this load got to get up there. It's got to get to Canada. So I was supposed to take it up there to the Canadian border. And I kept saying, man, y'all got to spare a truck. He was like, no, man, but this load. I said, man, I'm not driving it. He said, we're going to clean it off, make it look good. I said, look, man, that shit is dangerous. Tire come off, I'm going to be responsible for it. I'm not driving it. So I went home. So then when they came back, they're like, you not coming back? I said, no, you're going to take it as you quit. I said, yeah, I quit. So they put it on my DAC report and said, I abandoned a load. So it would stop me from getting jobs.
But you didn't even take it.
Didn't even take it. Didn't even take it. Man, it stopped me from getting jobs, and I never could even figure out why. It would stop me from getting jobs. So when I went to First Fleet was the coolest job, coolest people, whatever. And I noticed it was taking so long for them to hire me. So my boss, he called me, he was like, look, man, I don't know what's going on with Venture Express. I said, man, I ain't worked with them in over 10 years. He said, well, they got something on your DAC report saying that you abandoned the load. So he said, I've been calling them, and I tell them who I am, and they were like, we're going to call you back, and they never do. He said, I emailed, they didn't respond, I didn't do nothing. He said, so, executive decision. He asked me what happened. I told him what happened. He said, I'm going to go on and hire you. And he sent it to the thing and he got it off my DAC report, because he feel like it wasn't valid, because a lot of companies, they'll see it, they won't even call and check. They be like, oh, no, we ain't fucking with him, So, man, it cost me a lot of, man, I'm talking about that company was so bad, like, if you work, you can park at none of the truck stops in Nashville area, Murfreesboro area, nowhere. You couldn't park at none of them. You couldn't park in the Jackson, Miss area. They got this old dude that had a spotlight on his car like the police. He put in all these truck stops, and he see you in there. He was firing drivers, waking drivers up and everything, Man, it had too much dumb shit going on with that company. I said, man, y'all motherfuckers kiss my ass.
And how long was you there?
I was there over a year, about a year and a half.
Okay, how long do you recommend sticking it out on the job, even though you hate it and you don't see no end to it? How long do you advise somebody to stick it out?
If it's your first job, a year. If it's your first job, a year. Stay with them a year.
Yeah, straight out of school.
Yeah, stay with them a year. Put up with that bullshit because it's going to go fast. Might seem like it ain't, but it'll go fast. Put up with that shit unless you can't, put up with it,
Okay, so the young driver in school, and they think they coming out and they getting all these promises. You know how they have them come to your school and they promising you gonna make 85,000 at least your first year. You gonna be home every weekend. What would you tell them?
Man, look here. You just got to do your research on the companies. Read the reviews on them. Because you ain't going to find a perfect company. You're going to find something wrong with every company out there.
Right.
So you just going to have to do your research on the companies, and they're going to make it sound sweet as candy, But you just have to find, if you ride around the truck stop, you see a driver in the truck, ask them, what you think about this company? What you think about it? And ain't nobody going to be 100% satisfied with no company, So it all depends on if you got kids, you want to kind of be close to home because it's gonna be a lifestyle change. It's companies that you can be home, come to your house about once, twice a week and be home on the weekend. But if you want to be home, get your job with like I did, food service, because you're gonna bust your ass when you get home. You're gonna be tired, but at least you'll be home.
Yeah, you there.
At least you'll be home. Because them companies. Once you get offloaded, you coming back, But you got to be a young man to hang in there.
So what you say? You say full service is worse than flatbed? What would you say?
Ain't necessarily worse. You're going to get nasty as hell on flatbed and shit, But as far as work, food service is going to be what's going to be probably the worst one out there.
Yeah, I thought about flatbed when I was in school. But when in the classes when they do their presentation, you can ask them questions and
I really myself, I don't recommend nobody doing flatbed right out of school because you really trying to learn how to drive the damn truck, but alone sitting there trying to watch and keep your eye on the load and see what your load is doing and trying to make sure the shit don't fall off the truck and you trying to drive, first you want to learn how to drive the truck, how the truck handles, because when you see that shit, man, that shit can fall off if it ain't chain right, strap right,
So they show the videos where them coils will go straight through that cab.
Yeah.
They show. They make sure you see them videos.
Yeah, that shit.
I've seen it.
That's what I do now, man. I love it though, cause get your little exercise, get you sweating,
I didn't, man. They talked me out of it. Just me asking. He like, oh, you gotta watch the tarp, watch the chains and straps, and he said you're supposed to check your tarp every couple hundred miles or every stop or something. And once he said the tarp was almost 80, 90 pounds, then I couldn't imagine fighting a tarp that big.
I don't even tarp, man. I won't even work with a company that got a tarp shit. I got the Constoga where the cover, you just pull it back and lock it into place and cover it up, or the cover wagon where you pull it over. You put the tarp and shit over, you out of there in 5 minutes once you finish chaining your load. You out there in 5 minutes. With that tarp, you be all day fucking with that damn tarp, trying to fold it up, and then you in the way. That shit slow you down, man.
And you've also drove for yourself, right?
Yeah, I still got my own truck.
Yeah, so, okay, what would be your advice to somebody who want to start their own?
Man, it ain't like it used to be. It ain't, man, when I was driving my truck, man, I was making $7,000 to $10,000 a week bringing home. It was good. I was bullshitting with the money, buying all kind of shit. Bullshit I was buying it, and then, man, I mean, y'all might not want to hear it, but shout out to Trump. Hey, when Trump was in office, we was making the hell out of some money. Then when Trump left, what I was making in the week, it took me almost a month to make that. So, I I don't know if he did it. I don't know who did it.
Yeah,
but I just know when he was in there, I was getting it.
So them Democrats was at it again.
Man, hey, all I can say, and I'm keeping my eye on it, but it seemed to me like it's going back up because Trump in there. So I might put my truck back on the road. I don't know. He a president, not a motivational speaker. So
He a businessman. He a businessman. Okay, so what do you think of when they was having the whole Kamala versus Trump, all the hype? What was your point of view of it?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, they try to pander to they certain
audience
type of audience. So the Democrats try to go with your emotions. They try to come with the, oh, woe is me crying and we care about you and all that and this and that. And the Republicans, they try to get you fired up. That's the difference. So, and it's like, I look at them all. Look, whoever in the office, I'm going to have to go to work tomorrow.
Right.
So regardless, I'm in the office. And I got to do what I got. And they can, these people I found out now that they'll play with your mind, man. They'll make you think this and they'll try to, and they control the narrative. They control the media. So if Trump doesn't, it's a war, he got a war on the media. So everything they say, they're going to make him look bad because they don't like it. So you got to do your own research, and people, the biggest problem with this world, this community, is the uninformed voter. So all they got to do is post something and then make it look believable. Most people don't believe it. They're not even going to do their own research.
And a lot of people think Facebook is the news.
Man.
A lot of people get their news straight from Facebook.
But, the news ain't even... Yeah,
the news ain't even all
accurate.
The way legit.
So you got to really get out there and do your own... I know people from different countries and stuff, And I remember when COVID was out, the news was like, oh, this many people dying overseas, whatever this. Then I knew a guy from Pakistan, and his dad lived in Pakistan, and he came over and I was talking to his dad. And this was during the heart of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
This guy asked me, I said, you know anybody that died over there in COVID? He said, no. I don't know anybody that died. He said, I say nobody died. And he said, but they say it's over here, but I don't see it. He said, I see people with like the flu or symptoms like that, but never seen nobody die. Ain't nobody, it ain't like, so I think they was just really just raising the hype and people dying from anything and everything, and they were just telling people it was COVID. I don't know what their motives was, but, and then all of a sudden it just, well, it's over with. It's over with now. Well, the pandemic is over. Why? And then I remember when they was talking about the hospitals was overflowing with people and this and that and this and that. I go to the hospital, I don't see one person in the damn hospital. I'm walking down there like it's like everybody's.
Okay, so did you believe, the hype about the shot will save you when you have to get the shot?
Man, I never took neither one of them. Never took neither one of them. Not one of them.
I had to get one of them, man. I had to get the first one, man. My job, I was driving a dump truck for Metro. And, they was paying us at home. You'd stay at home, they still pay you. But you had to have the shot.
It was a scare tactic. They were trying to get people. All we know, they could have been saline water. We don't know what the hell it was. You don't never know what them people get.
Yeah, they get you in. They got like a budget and a quota for like flu shots.
Yeah.
And what was it, the other one? The big one was like hepatitis. So, they couldn't get people to take the hepatitis shots, so they started giving it to babies.
Man, it's crazy, man. This country hasn't been right to us since day one. Like, if you even go back to the syphilis of the Tuskegee guys, man, they always, man.
Yeah, I've done some research on them.
And all you can do the research on how they went to Africa and just was giving it to people in Africa, man, and they just, man, I mean, this country.
That's how they did the Indians, too.
Yeah.
Give them blankets and stuff, knowing they got the flu and all that on
it.
Yeah,
man.
And then just watching it take them out.
This country, but then a lot of them will tell you how you should be and how you should be. How try to call us savages and this and that, you know. Yo.
Well, they called us super predators at one point in time, too.
Yeah.
So, you know, and when they tell you something, it's usually...
And they're the same ones that, I care about you, we don't want you to vote for me, and we're going to get you through this. But I remember 20 years ago, you called us super predators. Now you talking about you carry hot sauce with you, and you eat turnip greens, you go into the black churches with your dashikis on. Come on, man, I'm sick of that.
Yeah, you playing in our face.
Yeah, you playing in our face.
I think Kamala, she was trying to push like the black single woman in whatever.
Yeah.
You know, she has to play like she was black, and you know she was always by herself. She was the only one you ever saw by herself.
Yeah.
And
pandering to the gays and all that kind of stuff.
It's usually the Democratic. It's
always Democratic, man. You know, I've been called. You know, when a lot of time I'm on social media, I try to inform people on stuff. I get called every damn thing. I done got called racist. I done got called every damn thing just because I'm trying to inform people. You know, so I don't. You can't. I don't care what you do. People gonna believe what they want to believe. You know, so I don't even try to inform people no more. You know, you can be just as nice as you can be.
Well, I mean, you can read one sentence to 6 people. They'll all interpret it a different way.
Yeah.
So.
And then this thing they say, so what you trying to say is, no, I said what I said.
I'm saying it, yeah, I'm saying
exactly what I said. You just trying to change to fit how you want it to fit.
So, I don't know. Do you think either one of them was really out to help anybody, either side? You know, as far as black people?
I'm gonna tell you what I think. I'm gonna tell you what I think about the Democrats. The Democrats not trying to help nobody. Because if that was for us, they'd have plenty of time to start trying to show us reparation. They help foreigners more than they help us. They can at least try to say, okay, what we gonna do, black people, what y'all been through. They ain't did nothing. They just blow you off and just tell you what you want to hear. Like Biden did when he lost the election. He just, okay, I'm not going out here. I'm not forgiving no school loans. I'm finna pardon my son and we getting the fuck out of here. But they let that blow over their head. He was running off of this, but once they lost, then that's like, okay, but you was running over this and this is what you was running on the whole time. So once you lost, now you just said, fuck everybody, I'm out of here. That didn't sit well with me, with the Democrats, period. You know. And I think the only reason Trump trying to help people because it's ego. You know. Yeah. I think his ego is just like, well, I'm gonna do this for these people. And I don't give a damn why he want to do it if I can benefit from it. Like all the people that's saying, fuck Trump, whatever this and fuck that, you know. So if he send us out a $5,000 check, you going to turn it back? You going to send it back to him? You're going to take that check and you're going to be happy with it. Right. I don't give a damn where it come from. I don't give a damn if it come from Trump. I don't give a damn if it come from Putin. I don't give a damn if it come from...
It's a check in
my I don't give a damn if goddamn Hitler put it on this damn dying wheel in 2025, give all black people $10,000. Send that bitch to me. Send it to me. I don't care. I don't care as long as it help us, you know.
Yeah, because it's like most presidents or, you know, people at least running, they target a group and they say what they gonna do. I ain't seen nobody say that about black people.
Well, the Democrats, they act like because they know they don't have to prove nothing to black people. They just have to, you know, wear the same type of shoes they wear, make a video, you know.
Give them free concerts.
Yeah, you know, I ain't never seen them fucking had Megan Thee Stallion twerking on stage.
That's offensive. That's offensive. That should have offended a lot of people.
Yeah, but black people didn't look at it that way. Come on, man. Why not get Stevie Wonder, fucking somebody that's
that
you know
up there half naked.
Yeah, commoner. Get somebody like black, somebody that's positive. You know, you get somebody that's almost a strip on the stage twerking and shit. That's as hell.
That's the best we got to offer.
Because that's how they see us.
That's it, yeah.
That's how they see us.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's the best
Man,
we got right here.
Music is powerful, because music always swayed the black community. I mean, doing the gang violence, and then, the crack culture, and then, the rappers rapped about what they seen, even though a lot of them didn't even go through that. They talked about it, they rapped about it. And my thing is, the positive rappers don't get no play. They don't get no play at all. They,
never have.
Never have.
A lot of people sleep on Common.
Yeah, and I mean, like, we got a local rapper, Big Six, man. He's, Big Six. Yeah, man. He's positive, man. But he get, a lot of these people out here, they get overlooked, man. And look up Big Six, man. He's positive, and he was a school teacher, He
was my English teacher.
Yeah. So, but these guys get overlooked, and that's because the media want it that way. They control you with their music. That's what they do. They control you, and they get these people coming in there and they tell them, this is what you got to do to get your audience. That's what you got to do to get your audience. And I mean, the younger people, they gonna sway with whatever they see, what they see, the rappers. And
they see it working.
Yeah, they see it working. And that's what they gonna want to do. I know because I was there, I can say it now. But when somebody my age was saying the same thing, I'm like, fuck that old nigga, he didn't know what he was talking about. Now I became that old nigga that's trying to teach him because I know I done seen it. And it's gonna be the same way when they get that age.
Just repeating the cycle.
Yeah, and all it's doing is killing our young people. Because I remember when I was a kid, the rappers used to be like, don't get high off your own supply, drugs is whack, crack is whack. Then all of a sudden you got these new guys coming talking about Percocet, and these kids trying it and they killing themselves, they ODing off of these shit, man. It's just like, back then they was talking about selling dope and making money. Even though that wasn't right, but that's what they was doing, That's what the community was offered, But the music is, now you don't see these guys selling drugs and making money. You see one or two of them doing it, but none of that is good for the community,
So who would name your top 3 rappers coming up?
Coming up?
Yeah. Well, anyway, at any time period you want it to be. Now, past 25, past 35.
Man, look, it's always been Tupac for me, number one. Because Tupac, he can get rough and then he can teach you about the city, tell you about the system and let you know, 1 minute he could talk about lifting the women. Dude had many faces. And probably number 2, Jay-Z was a businessman, And I like Jay-Z, regardless of what they say about him, I like Jay-Z, and then, I don't know, hell, number 3, I'm going to say Wayne. Because Wayne, I can't nobody that know Wayne say Wayne wasn't their favorite rapper at one time. Nobody. They might say it now because of how he is now, but he was everybody's favorite rapper at one point in time. Everybody know he was. So, shout out to Wayne.
yeah, because Wayne was getting off.
Yeah, Wayne was getting off, and they know it. Everybody know it.
Man, I wonder why you think he around with Birdman for so long after everybody abandoned ship?
Because he was loyal. He was loyal to Birdman.
Dang, but even though he knew Birdman wasn't paying everybody.
Yeah, that still don't mean something. Let me ask you something. If you see your daddy running the business, he running the business, and he telling you, son, I'm just handling business. I'm giving them what they work for, but he's still taking care of you. Because he looked at him like he was his daddy.
Yeah.
He took care of him like he was his daddy. So, and you're going to be like, nigga, I'm running with him, but he's still my dad? No, hell no. I'm going to stay right with my dad. I'm going to make it through. That's what it was all about.
And you see a lot of entertainers and rappers going against their daddy. Master P and Romeo. Romeo went against Master P.
Yeah, but Wayne, it's all about loyalty, man. It's all about loyalty, man. That's all it is. Sometimes you can give kids too much and they think they deserve more. Like Romeo ain't never really did nothing. Nobody really bumped Romeo.
Nobody
really bumped him. Come on, man.
Yeah, just Romeo. Yeah, Romeo was on a little spree saying Master P was a terrible dad, and he wasn't sharing the money and all that.
What I gotta share money with you for? Man, you ain't did nothing. He even tried to turn it over to Romeo. Did nothing come from that.
Yeah. Spoiled rich kids.
Yeah, it's spoiled rich kids, man.
Spoiled rich. So what you think about the Lil Meech going against Big Meech for 50 Cent?
Man,
how would you feel if you was in that? You Big Meech and your son go against you to go with the opposition.
I don't really know much about the situation. I just know that 50 was feeding Meech, Lil Meech, and Big Meech, which 50 petty for that. I feel like
putting the screenshots.
What my dad did or doing ain't got nothing to do with me. That's how I see it. If my dad want to go chill with this nigga, I'm not chilling with him, or whatever. I don't have to be, just because he your enemy, he don't have to be my enemy. You're not my brother. I just work for you.
Right.
So, that's how I see it. That's petty. He want everybody to be enemies with who he went.
And I think, man, they put too much out there. Cause I think, he said Big Meech was mad because people was coming over seeing him and wasn't giving him no money.
Well, I mean,
why they gotta give you money? You feel me? Your boy got money.
Yeah.
And I guess they tried to drag Lil Meech because he running through his money and expecting somebody else to take care of his daddy.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
So,
but see, and everybody giving Big Meech money and helping him out, doing shit for him and shit, because the man got out of prison, man. But 50 gonna have to. This nigga was a real street nigga, so you're gonna have to watch how you move, 50. You can't just come for everybody. You can't just come for everybody, man. Well, yeah. Pop learned that lesson the hard way.
Yeah, fucking with Orlando.
Yeah, you can't just come for anybody, man.
Where was you at in life when Pac died? Is it 94, 95?
Young nigga. Young nigga.
Oh, you still out here thugging back then.
I was out west, hell, robbing and stealing rims and shit.
Not stealing rims.
Yeah.
Radios too.
Yeah. I didn't know nothing, but still doing what I thought I had to do. Cause I ain't had nobody to show me. You trying to figure yourself out. But then once you have kids, you realize you don't. If you love your kids, you realize your life ain't about you no more. So now you got to figure out how to get it together. But when you don't got no kids, man, the worst thing in the world to face is a person that got nothing to lose. When you face a person that got nothing to lose, man, they don't care. They don't care. They'll take you out, whoever it is,
Goodness gracious. Do you think mothers today really do they put themselves second for their kids first?
A lot of them do. They put their kids. A lot of them put their kids first. Well, when I was coming up, nowadays,
How about the day of social media?
I don't know. I can't even say, man. I can't generalize all of them, because I know some of them trying and some of them ain't, because you only know, like, I look at the thing is, can I blame a guy for being a bad dad that didn't even have a dad himself? So that's how I look at it. Like, only thing he's doing is what he know.
So what's your opinion on deadbeat dads?
I mean,
who just from the jump, oh, she pregnant, it's mine. He know it's his. Fuck her, I'm gone. I'm doing.
But
this.
You don't always know it's yours. You don't always. You don't always know it's yours.
Okay, but you do know. In this particular situation, it's your baby, but you're not ready for a baby, so you just gonna let her figure it out.
I'm gonna tell you about my experience. I'll let me tell you about my experience.
Okay.
Me and my kid's mama broke up. I was trying to get peace. So my thing was, okay, if we together, I got less peace when I'm around you now than what I was when we together. So what was our purpose of breaking up? So it got to the point, every time I seen it was a blow up argument. She trying to argue about this, argue about that. So I just said to myself, fuck, I ain't finna come around. So then I start realizing, damn, I gotta come around to see my kids and get my kids. So then by then I realized I don't want a whole 3 weeks without seeing my kids. I'm like, I had to step back and think, no, hell no. Because you just trying to protect your peace. But you don't realize that you gotta come to a common ground. And I had to come to common ground. I had to be there because I didn't realize how much time it went past. Because I went from seeing my kids every night when I got home to once a weekend, and then I used to go by and check on them during the week. Then all of a sudden, it's 3-4 weeks done passed, and I ain't seen them yet. And I had to stop and think, like, wait a minute, Steve, it's kind of like an alcoholic, when you realize, I done had a drink every day for the last week, every single day. The last 2 weeks, every single day. You got to have that epiphany and wake up, like, damn, I need to start right now and go get my kids. And it's easy to fall into that rhythm when you're trying to find peace. Because sometimes women, baby mom, they still just, you got to make a transition between being the man to the baby father. And that's a hard transition. You got to figure that out. Because you as a man, you used to taking care of the woman and whatever the kids do. And then a lot of these women use these kids to still try to do that. Especially if you got a new woman. They're going to be like, oh, Steve, well, my car broke down. I need you to be changing the tire. I need you to put a battery in. So you're going to try to do it because and she going to say, because I got to take the kids to the doctor. I got to take this to her. And you got a new woman. So now you've been over your kid's mama house 4 hours trying to work on her car, trying to get her car running, when it really ain't your job to do that. And then that's causing problems at home, and your baby mama know it when she did it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So now your life got more drama than you wanted from the get-go. So now it becomes a time when you like, look here, I'm coming to get my kids, we finna roll out. That's what it need to be. Nothing else, that's what it need to be. And you don't have to just, and I mean, I hate to say it, but the best thing for me to do was child support. Because when I wasn't child support, what is this? This ain't enough. Well, I need this and that. And I need this and whatever. It's always every day you needing something. Every day you needing something. So at some point I have to, child support put a limit on it. This is what you get. This is what you got to do. And it just, man.
You think it hurt or help people for the most part? Child support.
Once you get control of it, it helps you. It helps you. It does. It draws a line somewhere. You don't owe me nothing. I don't owe you nothing. Raise our kids together, and that's it.
Because at that point, it seems more business.
Well, hey, that's how that's.
I'm just, because you bringing them into it. I pay them, they pay you, and.
I mean, but if you can do it in a way without getting the system involved, then But sometimes that's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to do that because you can pay them. Then as soon as you get them mad, a lot of women use child support as a weapon. I'm gonna do this for you, and I'm gonna do this, and then come now. A lot of these dads now, they don't give a damn about child support. You put me on it. Look, I ain't working. You can give it now. You know what? Now I'm not gonna do nothing. At first I was doing this and I was paying this when I had it. Now I'm not gonna do nothing. And what can you do now? I know niggas that owe $500,000 to child support and they trying to pay nothing.
Do you think people should go to jail for non-payment of child support?
I don't feel like they should.
Cause it be, man, I've seen guys on the shows 10, 15 years because they ain't paid child support in forever.
Well, I mean, I've always thought child support was a misdemeanor charge, not paying it. And they'll put your ass in a year and make you go work and pay it. But how is that benefiting the child? Because now the child not even seeing his dad.
Yeah.
So the woman, it's all about money. It ain't got nothing to do. Now the child needs his dad. Now the child looking at his dad like, okay, well, he in jail. So, shit, jail ain't too bad, So I just feel like it's man, the system needs to step out. Get out of shit. You know what I mean? Get out of it.
Yeah. They two hands on.
Yeah, two hands on.
Just let it happen sometimes.
Yeah, let it happen,
Goodness, man. So, I don't know, man. So do you think, I think it's more feelings, you know. Do you think if parents, once they break up, if they put the feelings aside, would that work better? Because a lot of it,
but it's hard though, because a lot of times people break up. When they break up, both of them don't really want to break up. One of them just done got to the point we feel like, fuck it, I'm ready to break up. Because men want peace, period. So if you at home and you got this woman that's arguing and bitching every day to you, and he might not want to get, he might not want to break up, and he moved so quick to make a decision, now you done moved on. So it takes time to get the feelings out the way. It does. It takes time to get the feel out the way. And people just, what I see about people just, what they do is they don't think. They don't give themselves time to think things over. And all they worried about is me, 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 me. And what I do in my situation is, I never use the word me and I. I use we and us. I always do. So, and it works better that way. Because, you know, you go tell a woman, well, you know, I'm finna go get this car. I'm getting me this car, you know, because I want it. And you don't really need it, you know. Well, you don't need this car. You go like, well, babe, I'm finna go get us this Jeep because, you know, it snows and we need a 4-wheel drive. Oh, it's a good idea. You know.
Yeah, the we make it
sound
the
we make it not sound selfish, you know, and then all of a sudden there she's saying it. You see what I'm saying? And it works though.
Yeah.
It works, you know, because when you all you sitting there thinking about is me, 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 me. You know, and I'm not that type of person, you know. But you can't let yourself get ran over though.
Who's more selfish in a relationship, man or woman?
Man, I'm gonna be honest, man. It's women. Women don't think they are, but they are. They don't think they are. They feel like when you ask a man what he needs to be happy, he probably got 3 P's: pussy, a plate to eat, and peace when you get. That's all a man needs. And appreciation. That's it. That's all he needs. A woman, you ask a woman what she needs. She needs somebody to get her nails done. She needs somebody she can tell all her problems to. She needs somebody that scratch her back, can roll her hair. Women just need everything. You can do all that, then they still don't know what they want. They don't. So it's. I mean, I'm just keeping it real, man. But women won't never admit it. They won't never admit it. And they can do the same thing to you, then you can point it out to them. Well, no, it's different. What's different about it? What's different about it?
That hit you with
it. The same thing you did, just different. Well, that's because you said this and you done that first. Okay. It ain't never the same, I guess.
Yeah, because, you know, you can go home and you tell them, what's wrong? How was your day, man? I'm cool. It was all right. And you ask her and she going to bring out story time.
Yeah.
And then she wants you to solve all the problems.
So, I mean, me, myself, man, you know, like, you just got to find one you like and just deal with them. You know,
because they all come with something.
Yeah. But I got a good woman, though. You know, she a good woman. You know, she think about me. She you know, she always take care of me, so I got to take care of her, you know.
That's what it's about. What do you think?
She love my kids and my kids love her. So.
You can't.
So if you with somebody, that's the best. If you got kids, man, that's what you want. But I don't understand that about a lot of women. See, a lot of women, when they break up with their baby daddy, they try to start problems with the new woman. With me, myself, I want my baby mama to get with a dude that my kids love. Because he ain't treating them wrong. He treating them right. He treating them like he would his kids. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you want. You want the village to be there.
Yeah.
But a woman, you don't comb my baby hair. I comb it all. Like, come on, ain't that what you want? Ain't that what you want?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, you know, come on, man. Come together. Quit trying to, you know, she ain't trying to take your place. You left your place. So I just feel she out for me.
Yeah, like you quitting the job and then you get mad when they replace you.
Yeah, come on, man. No. Yeah. Now you mad because your baby's coming home looking good, you know, hair combed and boys got hair cut. And now you want to ask, like I seen the video, this girl came home She cutting her daughter braids out because the little girl, because the daddy went and got it. The mama, the new girlfriend did her hair. She cutting them out beads. The little girl crying and shit. Little girl crying like a motherfucker. But you, man.
Because the little girl liked it.
Yeah, you seen the video?
No,
Yeah, the little girl liked it. The little girl came on. She just knew she was pretty. The mama just cutting them out. Throwing them out in front of the baby on the man like, damn, man. You know, I told nobody don't color my baby hair. Well, the baby hair always look a mess when she come over here.
Right.
So now you mad. Like, come on, man.
Okay, what could you do at that point as the father, though?
Man, ain't too much you can do because pretty much the government going to be on their side. You know, pretty much.
Well, yeah, you know, the Democrats, their backbone is the women.
Yep, that's all it is, man.
And you know, man, I was looking it up, man. I didn't know Lincoln was a Republican.
Hell yeah, Martin Luther King was Republican. Blacks was all Republicans back in the day.
Well, yeah, I didn't know
the party switched side back when Lyndon Johnson or whatever the fuck his name, he did some shit and then shit kind of went away and switched sides. Everybody back in the day, it was for us was Republicans. That was Republicans. The people don't know that.
See, that's the misinformation.
Because see, Democrats, the what's this called? The nickname for the Democrats used to be called the Dixiecrats. When you hear Dixie, what you think about?
The Dixie line.
The Dixie line. You thought about racism. You thought about, and that's what the Democrats was. So, but they done got people's minds crazy and twisted up. That's why I said, man, you got the people just don't.
Do your own research.
Do your own research. That's what I say. Do your own research.
Goodness, great. That's crazy. The Dixie, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Look up the Dixiecrats. Look what they tell you.
Dixiecrats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that, man. You know, I just try to do a little research here and there when I can. And when I found out Lincoln was Republican, that shocked me.
Hell, MLK, all them guys was Republicans. All of them was.
So that what did you think? That must have been like a bigger scheme, a bigger plan, you know, to switch sides and keep everybody in the dark.
Well, Lyndon Johnson, he went against the grain. He went against the grain. It's a movie about that. I can't think of what it's called. It's a good movie, but if you look it up, it's about Lyndon Johnson. He's showing he went against the grain. You know, he went for the black people, and he was saying things, and they used the word nigger in their movie probably about 100 times. You know, so when he signed an executive order for the black people, and then they all jumped ship. All the Republicans jumped. I mean, all the Democrats or whatever the fuck it was, they switched sides some kind of way. They went, and it's a great movie. You need to check it out.
Is that the one when I'm gonna have niggas voting Democrat for 100 years or something?
I think that's what. I know that's the one.
Yeah, okay. I heard that was like a recording. I heard of that.
Yeah. And he switched sides. He will switch sides, man. Like history, man, is you know, you got to really dig deep because people will write their story how they want to be seen. So, you know, people would, you know, like, you got to do more than one research. You got to look and do research on this and do research on this. You know, it's a lot. You know, it's a lot to form because everything is whitewashed, you know.
Well, they say the winners of the war rewrite history.
Yep.
So, you know, they can put in what they want to put in.
Put in what they want to put in. So you don't never know.
Dang, well, that's history, man. They can tell you what they want and make you believe what they want then.
Yeah, that's why you got to do your own history. You got to do your own research.
Okay, so if you could, what's something that you could say, you know, to make people look at shit different?
Man, just do your own research. Don't let people mislead you and fool you. You know, because people don't. They always say about black people, if you want to hide something from them, put it in a book, and they'll never find it. Because black people out there, people don't read. You know, and it's true. It's true. You know, reading just do your own research, man. Even black and white people, do your own research. It ain't just all black people, you know.
Do you think it's still the divide between black and white people?
It's a little bit, but I think the media want it to be more because anything is news is news for them, you know. They want it to be, you know. The media want it to be.
I don't really see it, you know, how it used to be. You know, you've been sipping. I'm sure you saw it a lot worse than I did.
But I didn't. That's the crazy part. I said when you know, because I never got called a nigga till I came to the city. My whole life, never got called a nigga by nobody white. Never heard of the KKK until I came to the city. But I didn't know who Martin Luther King was until I was about 13.
Damn.
I came up here to the city and everybody walking around with the X on their shirt. And I'm asking niggas, what the hell is X? They like, Malcolm X. I'm like, well, who the fuck is that? You don't know who Malcolm X is? I'm like, no, I don't know who the fuck Malcolm X is. You know, in the history book, we got this one little section of black American history. They had pictures of drawn icon of slaves in the field, singing and picking cotton while they smiling, like they happy. The guy on the horse, white man, he's smiling. You know, it's just a little draw, like trying to make you think it was something that
like they had fun.
Yeah, like it was something that they had Martin Luther King. You know, and I think they was trying to bury the history from that time. But then my granddad, he had a friend or whatever, the white guy, he was around or whatever. So when I got behind him, I asked him, Papa, what's the KKK? I asked him that, and they both kind of looked at the ground. The white man did, and my granddad did. Like they was kind of embarrassed about that I even had that question. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know about certain situations till you go there. You know, like it's Mississippi is so far behind. It's still people there that don't have indoor plumbing. God. They still using outhouses and shit. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, it's easy to judge somebody when you're not there. You see what I'm saying? When you haven't been there. So that's why I think people need to learn more about people. You know, because I remember when I was in the group home, I had this guy came in, white kid came in, and you know, I'm always loud and stupid and shit, cracking jokes or whatever. And it's me and this dude named Johnny. Shout out to Johnny. I ain't seen you in a long time. White dude, cool as hell. So me and Johnny, we cracked jokes all night. I know the new guy came in. He just had his face down in the bed the whole time. For 2 days straight, he never would say nobody. You catch him look away. So then, me and Johnny got to cracking until about the third night. He started laughing. I heard him laugh, and I'm like, the fuck is that? You see what I'm saying? The fuck is that? Because there was 3 of us to the room. So, that motherfucker got to talking and never stopped talking. And he told me that, I'm going to be honest with you, man, I was afraid of him. I said, afraid of me for what? Where I come from, now he from Tennessee. He said, I had never seen a black person in my life before. I said, never? He said, I seen him on the news. On the news, every time they see him, they
doing
committing crimes, shooting people, or on TV. You know, you see him on the movies, and
they doing the same
shit on the movie.
Shooting and breaking laws.
So he was afraid of us and shit, you know. So he became to be one of my best friends. So I got a pass. I went home, visit my house, so he brought his family down. They came down to visit or whatever. I got him some black pussy for the first time. Man, look, I almost couldn't get rid of that man and his parents. They used to come over to the house all the time. And I'm like, I thought I got the group home and shit. And then they still, you know, try to come over. I don't even know where this guy at no more. Because I was a kid then. But man, dude and them loved us. You see what I'm saying? But because you just get to know people, and you get to this ain't what I've been taught my whole life. You don't never know what people be, and that's how it was, man. That's why I said, if people just look and listen and talk to people, and they realize they got more in common than anybody, because all of us want what's best for your family. Yeah. That's it. You want what's best for your family. You know, you get rid of the little difference you got. Just don't worry about the small differences, and you look at what y'all got in common. And then, I mean, change this kid life, man. You know, change this kid life. He loved black people behind this. I don't know. He could have, married a black girl.
He went out with a black woman.
Took him a black woman. I said, man, you can't be wearing them shoes and shit you had on. Look, he had some skateboard shoes and shit on. So, you know, back then, skateboard shit wasn't what it was,
Mm-hmm.
So, but the people that I took him with me there, everybody kind of didn't really accept him how they, but they did. They seen he was cool, but hey, I got him some. He tried to come every weekend.
Yeah.
Like, no, dog, no, man.
He remember you. Yeah, you got him some. I know he
But see, when we left that group home, they sent me to another group home. And then we kind of lost touch because they sent him to another group home. Like, man, I done been through a lot of shit, man. I done been straight jackets and all kind of shit, because...
The hug yourself jacket?
Hell yeah, man. I'm talking about, man, I met a kid, man. His name was Chamel. He was 10 years old. And he was younger than all the teenagers in the group home. So, this dude used to cry and fight and just do crazy shit. And I used to sit there and look at him because I was a little older than him. I was about 15, 16. I look at him like, man, what the fuck going on with him? So Christmas time, he wasn't in the room with me. But Christmas time, I had to stay in because of some family shit. I don't want to, talk about nobody in here no more. But I had to spend my Christmas in the group home. And he spent his Christmas in the group home too. But the only reason my Christmas was because family told him, well, he's going to run. He might not come back. So they didn't let me out. But this kid, he was in the room with me. And I asked him, I was like, man, what's wrong with you? You don't know. This kid don't know his mom, don't know his father, don't know if he got brothers and sisters, don't know if he got aunties and uncles. This a little kid don't even know nothing about himself. And I asked him, what's wrong with you? He said, man, you the first person that ever asked me that my whole life. What's wrong with me? He said, all these people want to do is tell you how you should be, and don't nobody want to ask you about yourself. Like, what is wrong with you? Sometimes you got to check on people, especially younger people, and ask them what's wrong with you, And then after that time in there, man, he was cool. He didn't act the fool no more. It was like, what you do to him? I ain't do nothing to him. I just talked to him. Just talk to him. Kids acting out. Kids just, man, I'm sitting there watching this kid. I'm like, man, what the hell is wrong with this kid? And he just wanted somebody to talk to him.
Right.
So, and from that point on, I never took nothing for granted. Nothing. Never took nothing for granted. So I'm one of them guys, man, if I could be homeless on the street, but if I can still walk, I'm better than anybody else.
It could always be worse.
So it could always be worse. So I don't never complain about my situation. Because everything I do, I'm controlling my whole life. Every decision I make. The bad decisions, the wrong decisions. If I turn to the left and get ran over by a car, then I should have turned right.
Mm.
So that was my decision to take that right. So I got to be accountable for it. That's the problem. People, they need to take accountability. They do, for their own self. You in control of your own life. I used to be a player back in my days, so I could put them young niggas on little game, let them know about shit. Because you don't never know what kind of impression you're going to leave on somebody's life, So I try to be in everybody's impression, That's what I try to be anyway,
Right. Look.
If I can influence one person to do the right thing, then I done did a good job.
Man, look, and you can't save the world. You can try, but
because all the things my dad told me, my grandmama told me growing up. Every time I did something wrong, it was in the back of my mind. I knew I shouldn't have done that shit. I knew better, but I did it anyway. Even though I did what I did know they told me the right thing to do. So I can't blame nobody but me. That's where I fuck up at. So now I got to be accountable. I got to fix whatever I screwed up.
Yeah, it's a lot. Everybody wants to go to jail. Damn, she told me.
It ain't necessary jail. It could just be like, since you making life, you know. Since you making life, you know, not going to school, not getting your education, you know, not listening to somebody. Be like, boy, you told not to fuck that girl. You fuck with her anyway. Now look at you. You know, it could be anything, you know.
Yeah, because I used to tell me, man, once I dropped out of college the second time, man, fuck it, nephew, get your CDLs.
Yeah, man, that's
and
what.
I ain't doing till shit 3 kids 6 years later.
It's life changing to a lot of people, man. It's life changing.
And it shows you different shit. It gets you out of that circle, man.
Because I still keep up with some of, you know, the dudes I went to school with in Cleveland. And them guys ain't even making what I'm making. You know what I'm saying? I mean, man, y'all niggas went to college, got degrees and shit. You know, y'all ain't even making what I'm making, you know?
Man, I know plenty of people, man, went to college with me, went to different colleges, driving Uber, a barber, fucking warehouse.
Yeah, man, you just gotta be focused and do what you gotta do and just keep reinventing yourself. Just keep on doing it. Never stop.
Yeah, my dad used to tell me when he was in jail, every day is one day you could be better than you was yesterday.
Yep. If you the same person you was yesterday, then you existing. You're not living. So
you're wasting a day.
Yep.
Well, look.
Waiting to die.
All right, that's what we gonna end it. Till next time, I appreciate you.
All right, now.